Good morning, students. I'm Lauren
I'm
Davis.
Michelle Baber.
And here we are coming to you at a different time on a different day with all kinds of other big news. That's right. This episode isn't late. It is being released on Thursday because this is our new release date for the rest of Salt Lake City.
Yes, it took us halfway through the season,
To realize you guys don't want the new the recaps
a
the
week
a
after
week
it's
later.
aired.
Yes,
And
yeah.
so we've heard you loud and clear.
Or we've heard you not hear
Now,
us loud and clear.
we've seen that you haven't heard us loud or clear for
Or at
about
all.
the entire duration of this season.
And we know you're Salt Lake City girlies.
Mhm.
So Thursday's gonna be our release date until we finish our conclusion of Salt Lake City, which
Mhm.
should be beginning of February, although Bravo
We
is
don't
very
know.
coy about its scheduling.
Yeah.
And then another big announcement, we will be in March changing release dates again because guess what? We are covering Taylor
Mhm.
Frankie Paul as our new The Bachelorette. We're holding
Three
for a
first
plus. Holding for a
names.
plus.
We're
3
s-
first names. We will be
we cannot wait.
I have been like in and out of the franchise. My
The
sisters are
Bachelorette,
big
yeah.
fans of Bachelor and Bachelorette. I've watched like recent seasons, 3 or 4 gold for all the way from what's his name? Matt to Gary the Golden Bachelor. And Michelle's a newbie, so we're kind of giving you
I've
we've
watched
got I think
one season of The Bachelor my whole life, and it was the Nick Viall season.
ugh, and that was enough. You're like,
I was like,
no more.
I'm out of here. But I don't know. When somebody with three first names shows up, I'm like, get me
I
back.
pay attention.
I
Yeah.
pay attention when they have three first names.
Yeah, and it's just an exciting time for us as reality TV respecters that
Who watch Mormons?
who watch Mormons. Well, also just that we're having that's like the one good part of these big media mergers is that reality TV stars, and they are stars. It is a
Mhm.
talent.
She's a
Um
star.
she's a star. They can cross over into other shows. They can make more of a living doing that. They've got a little more protection and can give us the drama we need. They're
Yeah.
being recognized as like delivering entertainment and viewers, and we love to
Hmm.
see that.
TNT, we know drama.
Right. Taylor Nanky
Taylor
Tall.
Ninky Tall.
Also, it's so we this is for like all the girlies who just are into the Bachelorette, but also want to hear us make fun of it because
Yeah,
we're
because we don't know shit about it.
I mean, I still have a lot of respect for the franchise, but we're like, we'll have kind of a more absurdist take about all of the
We'll have,
strange
like, a newborn baby, like,
traditions.
seeing things for the first time a lot. A lot of it's
Yes.
gonna be, I haven't watched the show since Chris Haynes what was his name? Not Chris
Chris
Haynes was a different guy, that was Garth Brooks'
Chris Gaines.
Chris Gaines. That is that who hosted The Bachelor, or was that Garth
I think
Brooks?
I see, and these are the questions that we'll
I
be
don't even know
answering.
who hosts. Chris
No,
Hanks?
I
I
know it
don't
was and now it's
Harrison.
Jesse Harrison, Chris Harrison, and now it's Jesse Eisenberg.
Eisenberg.
No, I'm just kidding. But so I know that like a lot of Bachelorette, there's a lot of great ones, but I know there are some podcasts where it's like, oh, the hosts are a little bit over it. That won't be us. We are
Mm-mm.
confused,
We are
bemused,
confused.
excited,
Told you, like, we're gonna
delighted.
be like babies grabbing at things. Can we
We
put
w-
this in our mouth? We're
yes, we'll
discovering things
explore
that,
it.
yeah,
Hmm.
we'll be using
Spatial
every
awareness.
sense, all of our
Yes.
senses.
Yes.
Yeah.
Does
So
it?
that sounds fun to you.
Yeah, watching us grasp object permanence
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
live on the
Oh,
air.
wait. She said peekaboo, and then she came back, and I didn't know she would. And that's what Taylor Frankie Paul's gonna
Wow.
do.
Exactly.
She's
Yeah,
back after the commercial.
we'll have excitement over the falling for you and the change and how that's different from
And
falling in love with you,
honestly,
and then that's different
the
from I'm in
fantasy
love.
suites with the, like, are they gonna do soaking? I'm excited.
A lot of excitement, and it is like a new showrunner for the franchise. It's a new vision, and maybe see it through the eyes, hear it through the ears of new podcasters.
Mhm.
Check us out. And another big announcement is we will be covering both Bachelorette and Salt Lake City, not just on the podcast, but live. Coming to you live at the Grapevine. In December, we will be starting live watches
We have
and
a residency.
we have a residency at the
We
Grapevine
have
Bar,
a
which is
residency at the
not in
Grapevine Bar.
Grapevine, Texas. I
It's
cannot
in
be clear enough.
Dallas.
It is
Yes.
in Dallas. And we will be, doing a live watch of the episode because we really just want a place to watch Salt Lake
We
City
need a
with
place to
our
watch it with our
people.
with people who love Bravo and love drinking on Tuesdays.
Exactly. And you don't have to drink. Like, I won't always drink because I'm too scared of having even a sip of alcohol and then getting into a car. So it's really
Mhm.
cowardice holding me back more than anything else. But just to be around community, to be around the people and enjoy Bravo with people, real life friends, like all the online and parasocial friends we make along the way.
Mhm.
Something to be said about,
Mhm.
being there in person. And then after Salt Lake City, we will be doing a Bravo breakdown show, which will be Watch What Happens Live. That's right. We will be doing our own version of Watch What Happens Live with live games, live prizes, special guests, Dallas influencers, other Dallas podcasters, Dallas comedians, and even you, the audience. We know that's like such a fantasy, right? To be a guest or a bartender on Watch What
Mhm.
Happens Live. And this is your
Lauren just really
opportunity.
wants to dress she just wants to be Andy Cohen.
Well, first of
She's
all,
always wanted to
caught
be a
me.
gay Jewish boy.
That's, I mean, inside, middle-aged, I think is also
She's
a
always been
big
a
part of
gay
that.
Jewish boy. Mhm.
50, 55-ish, I think,
He's a
if we're
daddy.
really going to get specific. And then, so that's part of it. But also it's like, we know you guys don't want to just hear us talk about the episode. We want you guys to play games like Plead the
Mhm.
Fifth. We want to poll you guys over whether you think Heather Gay is being too much of a producer or not. We want,
We want
the
your
audience,
taglines. We
your
want your
tagline, your monologues. We
opinions,
want
your
you to read
monologues.
scripts
Yeah.
and perform them. We don't need, Meryl Streep or Jamie Lee Curtis. We
That
want you to
bitch.
read Mary
We want you to do
Cosby farting
monologues from
scenes.
Sophie's Choice.
Well, we're gonna do Bravo
Oh.
for now,
Mhm.
and then maybe we'll
Maybe
transition
we'll do,
into
like,
old
Schindler's
Bravo.
List.
Yeah, Criterion Collection films, depending on the response, and
Holden Pond.
then we will be transitioning into later in March our Sunday live watches and Sunday coverage of The Bachelorette. So exciting times for Bravo breakdowns. Come check us out in Dallas. Our first show is December 2nd. If you don't even like us, you don't even have to stay for the
Mm-mm.
live watch or like to stay after the live watch. You can come in,
Just
see the
leave.
girlies, and then GTFO. If you don't want to, play fun contests, make
Mhm.
more friends,
Mhm.
see some of your favorite Dallas acts, impersonations of Housewives. If you're not interested in any of that, then, that's fine.
But still show up.
But still show up. If not for us, then
Just double check you're not into it. Just, like, make sure
just make
by showing
sure.
up.
Yeah,
Just make sure.
exactly.
Yeah.
Something for everyone, the people who like fun and the people who
You
don't.
not into it. Yeah, you can sit at the end of the bar and drink by yourself. We
Yeah,
respect that.
if you want to cancel your Peacock, then here's
Do it. Hey,
a
here's
place
the
to come.
reason. You just have to tolerate us for an hour.
Exactly. And then if you're not going to spend money on drinks, then tip your bartender for your club soda. But the whole
Yeah.
thing will be entirely free. Okay, so let's get into the episodes. We did not cover episode 8 or episode 11 on Peacock. This is like making me crazy that they have changed the Peacock numbers. And then today we're going to focus on last night's episode because that's
Mhm.
the hot fresh news, episode 9 of Salt Lake City. And my conclusion from both of these episodes, which were the cruise ship episodes, of course,
Mhm.
the Salt Lake City girls' reign of terror over the below deck all stars cast they assembled to wait on them, is that I think Heather Gay needs to replace Chuck Schumer as minority party leader. Don't you
Oh my
think?
god. When you said replace Chuck Schumer, I'm not really sure why I immediately thought of Chuck Lorre. And I was like, "You know
Her
what?
him
Heather could be a
too.
really good showrunner on some of our favorite CBS comedies."
I mean, let's put her on the 2.5 Men reboot, and then if that
Honestly,
works,
I'm not sure Charlie Sheen would have had the problems he had if we had Heather Gay in the mix.
keeping him in line, no
Keep him in line
way.
as especially if she had Whitney as her
Yes, she
number
definitely
2.
needs Whitney needs to replace Hakeem Jeffries
Yeah,
is the other thing that's crucial.
then
Yeah.
Heather Gay can replace all the Chucks.
All the checks. I mean, like, if we had like, the way she has whipped this show into shape,
Mhm.
I mean, the rule she instigated, she and Whitney are, like, enforcing is so really done so much for the franchise, which
Yeah.
is, if you say something behind someone's back, you also have to
Say
say it
it.
to all of us so that me and Whitney can decide how the storyline goes and when it ends, and
And
that's
it's on
really
camera.
and it's on camera, and it's really cleaned things up so much. Like, we've gotten so much more juice out of all of these
Mhm.
bizarre, insane allegations. Like, I'm making a jerk-off pantomime, and it's like we are really
We're
squeezing all the
squeezing those
cum.
snowflakes.
Yeah, squeezing those the juice out of the cum juice out of those snowflakes. Let's
The
mix
cum juice out of the
metaphors.
snowflakes. Honestly, Kyle Richards, you need to take notes. This is like how you've wanted to produce a show
Kyle
for a
is
good
Chuck
20 years
Schumer.
now, and you can't do it.
Kyle is Chuck, and we honestly, like, really, we
She
need
is
to give
so
Heather
Nancy
the reins.
Pelosi and Chuck Schumer.
Yeah, yeah. I
Well,
think
no, Nancy Pelosi at least retired.
I know. Who Garcelle is Nancy Pelosi. I don't know.
Mhm.
Everyone is culpable. That's why we hold all of the Beverly Hills cast responsible the same
They're
way we hold
all held
all
accountable because look what's going on.
yes, like we hold all of the Democrat senators accountable. If
Honestly,
you guys need to oust Kyle Richards and
you
oust
need
Chuck
to
Schumer, or we'll
stop calling your
primary you.
senators. Call Kyle Richards and ask her why the government's still shut down.
God, I wish we could primary Housewives. Like, I wish they need shorter term limits as well, other than like
Ugh,
with special exceptions, like
with
Salt Lake
special
City.
exceptions.
But, Heather, she really is emerging as a sort of whip in the way that Bethany once did. She's really reminding me of
Yeah,
Bethany.
he's less abrasive.
Less abrasive and less personal storylines, but,
Less
like,
and we don't have to have she's not shilling products at us every day.
yes. Well,
And I
the
like
book. I mean, she
but
shills in
I'm
a
saying she's
more
not
aware way.
opening a skinny girl margarita
Right.
and
Her
just
branding
drinking.
is herself more
Yeah.
than, like, her hawking her
She got a
wares.
spinoff.
And I think that really helped get everyone in line behind her the same
Mhm.
way they did behind Bethany. It's like
Yeah.
Heather is the biggest deal. I
Isn't
think
it
it's really
weird
great.
that, like, her spinoff is, like, not like a regular Bravo spinoff? It's like a Leah Remini, like, Scientology type spinoff?
I think it's so smart
That's
that it's
crazy.
Bravo, continuing the true crime kind of,
Yeah.
docuseries element. Like, they were letting Hulu get all of these,
Mhm.
shitty, quick, unauthorized
Yeah, and they're like,
documentaries. They need to get in
"No,
on
we need to
this.
get the Leah Remini-ness out of Heather Gay."
Honestly, it's really harrowing stuff. Like, a lot, Scientology really fucked up, but man, a lot more like sex abuse and pedophilia and Mormonism.
And
Like,
we do not condone that.
like, it's just like I'm like, oh, I don't know if I think maybe more of a camp vehicle might serve
Trigger
Heather a little
warning.
better. We need maybe a psychologist sidekick,
Yeah, but
to
anyway,
help
that's a
handle this.
post-trigger warning.
Post trigger warning. Anyway, before you watch the show, I mean, they don't really warn you when you hop into Surviving Mormonism. You don't really know what to expect. So just know it is harrowing, harrowing stuff. All right. So previously on episode 8, Bronwyn slept outside like a dog because her and Brittany are fighting. And then in the
Like
morning, she wakes
cats
up
and dogs.
like cats and dogs. I think it rained a little like cats and dogs,
It
and she got rained
did.
on.
Yeah, she never thought, like, "I'm going to sleep inside on, like, one of the couches." Like, it's a big yacht or, like, under, like, like, covered. Like, no, she, like, just slept on the literal poop deck, but she still brought her sleep mask.
But see, this is how I relate to her she has such low standards for herself and has such low self-esteem. And like I
But
that's so me. Can't you
I
see me
you
sleeping
would do
outside of my
that.
house, like on my lawn because I'm mad at Cam?
I can see you sleeping like Snoopy.
Yeah, on
On
top
top
of
of
my house.
Yeah, on top of your house, yeah, and you're just, like, laying there, and you're all, like,
Mhm.
sad, and then your
Mhm.
owner comes and gets you, and he's all sad. 'Cause you're own
Mhm.
you are owned, and it is by a white male.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, just like Brittany, exactly. No
Yeah,
self-esteem at
yeah,
all.
actually,
She
yeah.
wants to be we both wanna be we're willing
She's
to let life
honestly,
dog walk us.
she is like a funny Snoopy.
Yeah, well, Snoopy's funny.
Okay, well, she's Snoopy.
Although, in this episode, I've got a few bones to pick with her particular sense of humor,
I
the
love
upcoming
her.
episode. But well, I do too, except for one thing, but let's cover, the previous episode, and we can get into this one. So she, overhears Brittany and Lisa talking shit about her from her, slumber chair. They're
Mhm.
downstairs going into her, and then, everyone goes to breakfast, and Bronwyn, confronts Lisa, and Angie and Lisa is like still trying to, play be like, everyone needs to apologize to me. You all attacked me. And then she doesn't really have a leg to stand on when Angie reveals that Lisa does, in fact, continue to break her agreement with Bronwyn, saying that they will not talk about each other's kids and husbands.
Yeah.
Lisa broke it immediately after, put her
Mhm.
hair over her face, and said, one of my
Oh
friends
my
was
god.
making out with Todd and he couldn't stop farting. Which Lisa
You're right.
confirms.
And
She
then we get
confirms.
the most incredible confessional from Mary Cosby. We get the most incredible confessional from Mary Cosby where she is not sure which would be more horrific, her husband cheating on her or her husband cheating on her while farting and having stomach problems. And at the end, she's like, "Oh, like, what's wrong? Like, what's wrong with him? His stomach. Oh, God. Oh, God."
Yes. Check out friend of the show, Oliver Sims, on
Yes.
TikTok's reenactment of this
It's
scene.
incredible.
He blinks the 187 times that Mary does within those 2 minutes. Very good.
Yes.
A monologue for the ages. And so then later, they go to the beach for a day trip, and Mary confronts Meredith about
Mhm.
being a bad friend to Lisa. Lisa's upset she's not backing her up more,
Mhm.
but scared of alienating her completely because she doesn't really have anyone else on her side. And Mary kind of really lights into Meredith for basically kind of like being a slacker cast member
Yeah.
is kind of,
She's
I
like,
think,
"You're
the beef.
boring." That's what Mary says. She's like, "You're boring, like, you're a snooze.
Yeah,
Like, get something like, go do something. You're boring me. You're boring me."
yeah, and I really think that we'll get more into this is later carried over into the next episode, but I really think this is like the battle of the slacker cast
Yeah.
members. Yeah.
Yes.
And more is revealed later. And then Meredith and Brittany get in a big fight at dinner that night. Um,
Mhm. And how?
and how when it is revealed that
Zombie dinner.
Brittany zombie dinner, lots of fake knives through
They're all
heads.
wearing knives on their head.
Yes. A classic
A
Borscht
classic.
Belt type
A
gag.
classic
Marx
for a reason.
Brothers.
It's a
Yeah.
classic for a reason.
Yeah, we always love the, creativity and genre
We always
mixing.
love a nod to the Marx Brothers
Yes.
when our Housewives girlies do it.
We love it. I kind of like horror Steve Martin, with
Mhm.
the arrow through the head. Maybe like could have used maybe like a rubber chicken. A
Oh.
rubber axe. It becomes kind of like a rubber chicken in this fight. When Brittany and Whitney revealed that they saw a TikTok today that Seth, Meredith's husband, is cheating on her
Uh-oh.
from an Uber driver 6 months ago. A friend of an Uber driver who 6 months ago picked him up with the supposed mistress.
Mhm.
And Meredith really
She
goes
really doesn't
ape
like
shit on
it.
Brittany. She throws that rubber axe, which really
From her head, she throws
from her head.
the axe in her head, she throws it at Brittany.
Yeah. Talk about a splitting headache.
Oh
Huh.
my.
Talk about a battle axe.
Well, she's a battle axe, and then guess what? Poor Brittany, she gets so sick.
And Brittany vomits over the
She
side of the boat.
vomits, and then
But that
she
was
takes a shot.
yes, and then takes a shot. That's actually what precipitated all of this was that Meredith had to comment on Brittany's Alexia like medicinal treating of her stomach condition
Yeah.
by drinking more alcohol to numb the stomach and make her feel better. Also,
Mhm.
a nod to Brittany from the Valley, who uses the same stomach medicine.
Right. Hers is Fireball. Mhm.
Right. And so then then they get into the whole Seth of it all, which, as usual, do not bring up my
My
husband or my children.
husbands.
Meredith loses it. And
Right.
that brings us into the next day and the next episode, episode 9. So we start off by resetting the scene and going back to a gag that has served us so well the whole past 3 episodes. We are going to dog walk and humiliate the below deck crew by
Mhm.
continuing to trick them into thinking we are going to treat them as coworkers, other cast members with any respect, let them talk,
Let
and
them feel like they're
ultimately
getting some sort of dignity.
and we'll extend it, and then we'll instantly rip it away
Rip it
like a
away.
yoga mat underneath their feet as Captain Jason tries to teach the ladies yoga. They
This
make a
guy's
few.
having to do so much. Okay, he's the captain of the boat. He's the boss of all the people working on the boat. But also, like, he was Angie's doctor. He was like, when she was, remember, she was like vomiting the first day, like wouldn't stop. And so he comes in with like the ice packs and puts them on her legs because somebody forced him to tell him he has to be the on call medic. And like now he's teaching these women yoga. I'm just like, he's having to do so much. It's crazy. And they
And,
still
and
don't respect him.
and this brings me to my theory, Michelle. So we learned in the first episode of this trifecta that Heather and Captain
Mm.
Jason are friends, but they did hook up. Heather kind of made it seem like
Knock
she was the
knees, she
one
said.
who ended
She said
things. They
they knocked
knocked
knees.
knees, right? Um,
Mhm.
I'm getting from I like either Captain Jason has a humiliation kink and this is some kind of like
Mm.
twisted flirting, or I think that maybe he was the one who dumped her from the way
Well,
she is punishing him.
he
I
was
don't
on
know.
Watch What Happens Live the other night, and he did say, because Andy asked him about knocking knees, and he was like, he blushed a little, and he was like, we're great friends, but nothing happened. So that means something did happen down under.
Down under.
Mm.
Interesting stuff. Hopefully, more will be revealed. We'll
Mhm.
continue to watch what happens. So then Meredith and Brittany during yoga, it's like it's crazy because it's like, yoga scenes in Housewives, usually it's like they fill out the class with extras and it's like
Yeah.
you're in the back of the class whispering. Nope, it's 6 of them, 2 feet away from Captain Jason, the teacher, just talking out loud while
Mhm.
he's calling out yoga
Normal
commands.
yoga stuff. It's a
Um
famously, like, talk loudly during this practice type thing.
yeah, like yoga is. It's all about confrontation and
Confrontation, yeah.
and being involved in what other people are doing, not
Not
focusing
listening
on
to an
yourself.
instructor, not listening to yourself.
And yeah, Meredith really. It's interesting that Mary was haranguing Meredith for not participating enough, and then Meredith walked perfectly into this trap
Mhm.
of taking the bait, and now she has a very strong storyline with Brittany.
Mhm.
I mean, really great work. Braun and Meredith, they bond over the cheating
Ye
allegations that each of their husbands have received
Yeah,
uh, yesterday.
yeah.
And
Well, on
Bronwyn's
vacation. Mhm.
yes, and Bronwyn's peace offering was she brings in the unicorn,
Uni, as they
and
call her.
Meredith is immediately giddy. Well, first she is like no on this offering, and Bronwyn's like, I
They're
think we
like
should throw it overboard.
they're so giggly, they're like little schoolgirls giggly.
And Mare, like, she is like, she names it Uni. She
Uni,
gives it a voice.
she does.
She's really
She's
doing the voice quite a bit.
what is that word?
Anthropomorphizing this stuffed animal. I'm like, maybe
Mhm.
she seems like a great mom, or she's like,
She really, but she's also out for blood, and this
she's out for blood.
Uni's gotta go.
Uni's got to go. She's like, I want to be free, like in this
I
kind
wanna
of
be free.
twisted, dark
I wanna
fairy
go for a
tale.
swim.
Uni wants to be euthanized to get
Mhm.
away from the twisted love of
She
Brittany
thinks
and
it's like a
Jared.
Free Willy type situation, but free Uni.
Right, yeah, back to the rest of the unicorns, or he'll kill us all like
Yes. But her and Bronwyn,
Hillicoos.
they are bonding over this. They're being so sneaky. They're like sneaky little sisters. Sneaky
And
sisters.
Bronwyn, this is the thing I do not like about Bronwyn's sense of humor. After putting Angie in an inflatable last episode, which almost killed her, where she had
She
a
like broke her hand.
near concussion and broke her, like, was bleeding profusely from the hand. Like,
Yeah,
these
she was
are,
walking around this yacht just like, can somebody that is not the captain of the ship please tend to me medically?
and Bronwyn brings them out again.
I
It's like
hate
they're not
these
safe.
inflatables.
They're not
You know what?
funny
I don't
either.
wanna see them again. I don't wanna see
Yes,
them ever again,
I'm over it.
Bronwyn. I know you have lots of other outfits. We're done with
And
this.
it's also like,
It's not
Bronwyn, stop.
funny.
It's like, we love all of our try-hard ladies
But
of
this
Salt
is
Lake
just like
City.
there's not a reason for it. It doesn't make any sense.
It's not funny. It's
It's not
like Bacon as a
good.
personality. It's cringe. Enough. Enough!
Yeah, enough. Taylor
But,
Armstrong, enough.
I do think that it was a very satisfying end to the initial mystery we were promised of, like, there's a passenger overboard, or they used
It's a
old below deck
uni.
footage, made it seem like a crime scene. We found out that Meredith and Bronwyn are the Robert Wagner and Christopher Walken all along, and they were the
And
ones who
uni is
drowned.
Natalie Wood.
Exactly. So then they sit down to last breakfast. Meredith and Brittany bicker, but Meredith doesn't really want to get into with Brittany. Her biggest issue is with Whitney because Brittany is a pea brain. So then she turns away from Brittany, who is next to her, just to face Whitney to talk it out. And what follows is a scene of Commedia dell'arte that is staged so funnily, where Brittany is responding to everything Meredith is saying through pantomime, since she's ignoring her by ooh, ee. And for listeners, I'm making big hands motions, like a what happened, like hands up in the air,
Marcel
quizzical,
Marceau,
shaking a fist. Yes, very Marcel Marceau on a very Ethan Slater's new off-Broadway project. While Whitney and Meredith have the real scene and talk it out. And Whitney explains, it's just the new rule. The new rule, we got to bring it to everyone. I can't help it. And Meredith's right. The new rule. Got it. Okay. Just mad at Brittany now. It works so well.
Got it.
And then Michele, as a woman of God, what did you think of this scene? Which is also the question that Bronwyn asked Mary when she was asking her to intervene. As a woman of God.
As a woman of
help.
God, well, I haven't been a woman of God until I watched this scene, and then I felt like a godly presence because it was so entertaining.
It was so good. As
It was so
comedy
good.
is our God, and
it's
these
like
ladies served him.
in acting, even if you're not the one speaking and doing dialogue, you always need to be in character. You always need to be performing.
And
they
this was
all
giving,
did. Everyone showed up for work today.
As particularly at breakfast. Particularly Brittany, who, she's had a lot of onstage experience.
And she's not well right now. Something has gone missing.
But the show must go on. And she really was giving me a chorus member who is trying so hard to be seen. And
she's going to be a star on vaudeville real soon.
And then I do have to take one segue and then we'll get right back into it. But did you know, I learned today that Brittany is like the Rachel Lee Cook of Mormon teen and young adult movies, which on Sundays they're only allowed to watch those.
She's been in like She's All That type of thing.
It's like, apparently it's called the DM. I guess like the dorm monitor or something.
Oh, I thought it was like the Mormon.
Dungeon Master. Dungeon Mormon.
Mormons.
It's like a godly Mormon rom-com.
You know what? I see that. I bet, especially, she was probably like such a cutie pie.
I mean, she looks the same. Right? She's gorgeous.
And honestly, every scene we see her in on Housewives, like, she's basically just always trying to do a meet cute with somebody, but she's getting yelled at.
Exactly.
She's always like, oh, I'm gonna give you a hug.
She's still in character. She's
always in character. She never breaks. She's very method. Famously, she's very Daniel Day-Lewis that way.
Yes,
and he had never stopped being in character for The Crucible.
Yes, yeah. She is Proctor John.
Yep.
I do think I'm like, maybe we should cover this for one of
Oh my
our,
god, we have
off
to.
weeks
We
where they're
have
not
to
playing
show the
Salt Lake
movie.
City. I think we should do a live watch of it too,
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
All right, great. So then, we get to the end of the cruise, sadly. Heather now coyly apologizes. Sorry,
I'm
guys.
sorry.
I know that we did not really let you be in scenes unless you were silent and took your shirts off. But it's you guys' turn now. Film footage, go out. You guys
Mhm.
make your own kind of music. Will it be as good as ours? No. And here is your tip. And then Daisy says, wait.
Oh my
She
god.
is going to be the messenger in this one plot point. And she says, someone fell overboard and delivers Uni the unicorn to Brittany,
Oh,
who is
no.
surprised to know that it's wet.
She's wet.
And
It's a real
asks,
whodunit.
who done it? And
Whodunit. Now we're in the movie Clue.
right. And she's going to ask the question that people did not ask soon enough about Natalie Wood or Mr. Body. She said,
Mhm.
who threw this over? And
Mm.
Bronwyn fesses up immediately. She said, "It was
It was me.
me. Wait, I thought you'd think it was
It's a
funny."
joke.
And Meredith says, "Uni wanted to swim. He has tanner and makeup all over him." So
So
she's
yeah,
pretty
she needed a Uni
unapologetic.
needed a bath. She needed to go for a swim. She had self tanner and makeup everywhere. She needed to get clean. It's like she's very into this. Like every time she has to say Uni, she's got a new it's a new layer to Uni.
Yes, she's really committed to like she thinks Uni is the new cast member. So she's like,
I
okay,
don't
setting
even
up
think
potential
that's what Brittany
storylines.
calls it, is it?
No,
I
she
don't
made
think
up
she
the
was
name.
calling it Uni.
She was probably like,
It's
"What do
just
you do up
Meredith.
Uni?"
Yeah.
Like Uni is
She's just like,
college
it's
in
a
British.
unicorn. I know that, like, honestly, when I watched the episode and she first said Uni, I was like, is she British?
Is she ordering a tuna roll?
I
Like,
know,
what's going
a
on?
Uni. No, Uni? No.
Uni. Oprah, Uma? That's a really
Oh, that
old
was a
joke.
classic funny bit.
A classic David
People loved
Letterman
it.
at the Oscars,
Famously hated
1993,
it.
I believe.
Mhm.
So then, so Meredith kind of refuses to apologize. Brittany is deeply hurt. And then we go into one of our classic Housewives end of trip flashback
Oh
sequences.
my god.
Dun, dun, dun.
We
So
know
back to the
drama.
this is kind of filmed like a teaser for a true crime docuseries, kind
Mhm.
of a surviving Mormonism kind of
Mhm.
vibe. We find out that Meredith, through a series of confessionals by each of the ladies, Meredith was out of her mind at the airport.
Oh
We
my
see
god.
texts, "I am livid." Uh,
Yeah,
Mary joins in.
yeah, people okay. I guess it sounds like Meredith went fucking crazy and was, just seeing red with Brittany, just so incensed by this woman. I actually could not handle this. Okay,
I
like
had a feeling this might have triggered you,
this gave me
Brenna and Kathy.
Beverly Hills Sprinter
Flashback.
fan. I can't do it.
I think a lot.
Why did nobody, and
Go.
Heather, I'm looking at you. Why did nobody think to pull up their phone? Also,
And Bronwyn
like,
pointed that out too.
yeah, also, like, how nobody else on the flight did either. Like, even if you didn't know these women are absolute stars, you'd be
Yeah.
like, this woman's fucking crazy and drunk on pills and yelling at this other woman who's holding a unicorn. Like, I needed to see the footage. I don't care. I don't want to see everybody talking about something that we never get to see. That is like the one thing in Housewives I don't like.
But for me, I totally understand. I know like a lot of viewers feel that way, and I know a lot of them are actually really mad at kind of Heather and Whitney
I
and
don't
Mary
even care.
to a lesser
Reenact
extent for
it.
like bringing it back in. Yeah, I do think that like a reenactment would be perfect for Salt Lake City to explore.
Let's just do a
Like,
reenactment.
yeah, like, I
Let's
think
get some.
that would be
It doesn't
really
even have to
funny.
be. You get some reenactors. I don't
Yeah.
care, but I need to be able to see it so
Mhm.
I can, and like I need to be able to
Have your own
fully
opinion.
opinion,
Yeah.
and I need to be able to watch it and fully like digest what I'm seeing and hearing. And this was one of the few times I've ever been kind of disappointed in this franchise.
So counterpoint from me. I understand where you're coming from. I
But you
understand, like,
feel the same. I know you feel the same about Sprinter Van.
it's different for me with Salt Lake City because this is, like, first of all, this is only, like, 15 minutes of the episode. Second of all,
Yeah,
I'm not worried we're going to spend the rest of the season litigating
we
this.
are.
We're on
We
to
are.
something out
We
next
are.
episode.
I'm just saying this one thing I was, like, kind of annoyed by because I was like,
Yeah,
"Guys, you're always at work." Yeah,
yeah.
it doesn't matter if you're on a boat, planes, trains, automobiles, cameras up.
Yeah, it kind of it erodes the trust between, we know that you guys are machinating and stuff like that, but it's like it erodes the trust that you as Salt Lake City housewives are always going to give us the best drama. Like, we
Right.
don't think you're going to tell the truth, but we think you're going to give us the
You
juice. Like,
gave
that's
us
why we love you
footage
guys.
when the feds and, like, Homeland Security and the FBI showed up at Beauty Lab and Laser. You can't show 5 minutes of a Delta flight?
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
It's just a little.
it's a little suspicious.
They give us so much and show us so much, but it's like something that it's just like a
It's
classic faux
something's
pas.
weird. Like, what were the other housewives doing where they were like, "We don't want any of this to be shown"? There has to be a reason. There has to be some sort of a reason.
I
Anyway,
mean,
but we're moving on just like these girls did, so I do applaud them for that.
well, let's just the two sides of the story we're kind of shown are like we see that Mary is like Meredith went off. She started reliving what Brittany said. She like was in another world. They
Yeah,
have a group text at the same time being like
yeah.
she's unhinged. What's going on with her? And then they say that Meredith was shaking her seat, wine was splashing, hair was being pulled, and Heather and Whitney keep saying Lisa was part of it and winding her up and participating in the shaking and asking for everyone for their phone, give me your phone. And then Lisa says she was asking for people's phones to see the TikTok to like try to quell the situation.
Mm.
And then they
But
kind
Mary
of
doesn't think Meredith is boring anymore. She just thinks she's
true.
fucking nuts.
Yeah, but I mean, and I think that looks a little convenient too. Where it's like, oh, Meredith's not doing enough. Well, we have
Watch
now she's
this.
doing. Yeah, now she's
Yeah,
engaged,
but
and you didn't
Meredith is
see
like,
it,
"There was no court martial."
right? Which is, I
That's
mean, a good defense.
tough
She's
but
a
fair. I mean,
lawyer.
because we have seen that one, we've seen TikToks and YouTube videos of people not doing well on a plane if they've, had a one too many drinks or taken a pill to relax.
Hmm.
So,
And
uh,
just like see a
I'll tell you
fucking
that
guy back there.
motherfucker right there is
That
not
motherfucker right
real.
there.
She's from Dallas.
uh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Dallas's own.
Dallas is out. That motherfucker right there is not real.
Hometown hero. We should get her as a guest on Watch What
I
Happens
I
Live
bet that
Live.
we could.
Okay, so Heather does a sit down with Brittany for her to lodge her formal complaint with the Housewives LLC.
Mhm.
Brittany's like she is very like, oh, I can still feel the trauma in my body. It's like I was
That
hit by
was
a
my
truck.
favorite line. She was like, "I can still feel the trauma in my body."
She definitely reads The Body Keeps
I
the Score.
love it. Yeah, yeah.
She's a Bender Cook fan.
Mhm.
And then Brittany's recollection of the timeline is 4 hours into the flight. She was still going with the hair pulling, the shaking, the yelling,
The
this one,
tossing the
this one.
wine.
And then Heather says she woke up when Meredith went to the bathroom, shook the chair and saying, this one. And that's when Lisa said, you fucked up. You fucked up. Show us the video. Show us the video. And Brittany started crying. She said the many flight attendants came over to check on
They're like,
her.
"Are you okay, Miss Bateman?" She said that. She said they were like, "Miss Bateman, are you
Miss
okay,
Bateman.
Miss Bateman?"
They thought she was Justine Bateman, is why they would
Mhm.
recognize her.
Which we don't like her.
No, she speaking
She's
of that motherfucker
MAGA.
in the back, she's in
That
a
that motherfucker right there
similar
is not real.
a
Cool.
similar mental place.
Mhm.
So Brittany, she can't believe that Lisa turned on her so hard, which clearly, like, she's, I guess Lisa was like trying to show Meredith, this is how I defend you. You
Yeah.
need to defend me.
Yeah.
But Brittany says, Heather and Brittany agree that Brittany deserves support, dignity, and protection. And the ensemble is on her side.
Ensemble.
Um, so fan
That was weird. You just
opinion on
sounded like
this.
Kermit the Frog. What
I
was
was
that?
swallowing
Rawr.
the last tiny bit of my nicotine
Our
lozenge.
rainbow connection.
The lovers, the dreamers, and
and
me.
me.
So obviously, like, usually bullying a newbie is bad. We see, like, we saw it on Rosie this season where it really turned people against Emily and Gina. Can you guess what the fan response so far is here?
They're for it.
They are pro Meredith scenario. They believe it's all a lie. They're again triggered by the Lisa Rinna of it all.
Drunken Bill head attack. America's sweetheart. America's Mormon sweetheart.
And they just really hate Brittany too.
Yeah, I think she's such a star and everybody knows it. She gets more fucking screen time than a lot of housewives. Like, not just like, like full cast housewives. Like, we have to keep remembering she is a friend of.
She's an Adriana level friend of. I mean, not in terms of like her like history
Reach.
of work for Bravo, but like in terms of, the recent seasons quality she's giving. Yeah. Okay, and then Brittany and Whitney sit down. Bronwyn and Whitney sit down. My mistake.
This is a fun lunch.
I thought this was really
insightful.
Revolutionary.
Yeah.
So,
even like Whitney was like opening my mind.
So, and this really, this was when I was like, okay, I don't mind that we didn't see it as much because we spent about 1 minute on this at lunch. She's like, Whitney's like, I'm not sure if it was alcohol or sleeping pills, but Meredith was in a pure rage. So it's like, okay, we're bringing back the allegations, the rumors, and nastiness. And Bronwyn's like, yeah, but enough about that. I don't really want to take a side on that yet. But did you know that?
No, she does a perfect segue. Do you remember? She does the segue. She's like, well, speaking of people who don't know how to act right on airplanes, my husband is a lot like Meredith, but he was cheating on me and looking at other women in lingerie on a plane. And Whitney's like,
yep.
Whoa.
Oh.
Oh my.
And then Bronwyn, I think, has an interesting angle on this. She's like, I was really mad he had to stay at a hotel. I believe it because, like, they knew his placement on the plane, the flight number. I mean, are they tweeting the flight number? That's, like, insane.
That's fucking wild. I don't know my own flight numbers.
Yeah, it's like 4 numbers. Did they know his confirmation
only hear flight
code?
numbers if it's crashed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like Malaysian flight.
We never saw her.
You never saw her again.
I don't know her.
It wouldn't bother me if he had told me he was going to look at these women or
pictures
talk to
of
these
women in lingerie.
If he just warned me that was going to happen on the flight, I'd be fine.
I'm an understanding woman.
I would be open to try an open marriage or be poly or have threesomes. And this is like very revolutionary for housewives.
But also, like, look at who raised her. She's like, I will just like do anything for somebody to still love me. And then Whitney's like, oh, I totally get it because we have old husbands.
Because we have old husbands and, like,
old. Men of a particular age.
And Whitney hints around that they have an open marriage.
Or that, maybe he hasn't been so faithful. It is interesting that she uses their age as, like, a reason why they've strayed. Like, as they've become old men, they've been
it's like, how old men are. They want to spread their seed.
They're so horny for young women. By the way, like, Whitney and Bronwyn are both still in their 30s.
And gorgeous. And it's like
insane. Like, Whitney is like, she's like so fucking hot. But, I get it. We've been together for 15 years. But it's just like Todd being on a plane. Like, all of these like rumors and nastiness with Todd lately is just like, what is going on here? I just don't think him and Bronwyn should be married because I just think like he's so miserable. But like,
and
what a weird thing to do on a plane. I just think that's a weird thing to do on a plane. Like, look at lingerie.
So here's what I kind of think. I actually don't even know if this story is true or Bronwyn thinks so. I think Bronwyn took it as an opportunity to be like, you guys can keep throwing this at me, but I
will just talk about whatever.
But I'll be like, well, it's because we're in an open, like, that. I think that this is what I like about both her and Whitney. They're very principled, in terms of, like, what they want to
Discuss.
support on screen. Yeah, they'll
Yeah,
tear
because
anyone they play the same games, but
we're
they're
not
like,
talking about that weird lawsuit or that sealed document,
we don't
whatever.
want well, not even that, it's like, we don't want to have storylines where we're being shamed for, like, swinging is shameful, and they kind of wanna
Mhm.
open the door for that for all the franchises, like, why can't we
Yeah,
obviously, a
why
lot of
can't
these women
Bronwyn
are in
do
open marriages,
soft
you know?
swinging with Taylor, Frankie, Paul? Let's
And
get
she's
that.
the one who really opened the door for everyone, but, Whitney and Bronwyn, former Mormons, are carrying on her legacy and her work on Bravo, which I really appreciate.
Mhm.
That where it's like, they usually are like, "No way, swinging is shameful. I would never. My husband and I are in monogamy, da 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 da." And they're like, "Well, why does it have to be that way?" It's like fucking 2025. Like,
Mhm.
why does it have to be that way? I think we'll actually get a lot more fan support if it's like we're in an open thing. People understand and respect that now
Yeah.
instead of like we are. It's like if you have kids, and this is kind of what Whitney says. Like she's like, "We haven't, or have we? We have an agreement, or do we?
Mhm.
We will go to therapy, figure out why if
Or
we want to,
do
but did
we?
we? But then once our kids are graduated, then it's whatever. It's like she's going to be more open about. She's just protecting her kids,
Mhm.
And
Mhm. Mhm.
Bronwyn's kids are, her kid is an adult.
Right.
It's like they should. That's why shouldn't they be the ones to be like, yep, we've got open marriages. So do you. Like
Yeah.
why? Like there's nothing wrong with it. Let's be more honest because it's kind of confusing a lot of your marital situations.
Honestly, I hope that Bronwyn is getting I need Bronwyn to be getting dicked down by somebody else. It can't be Todd.
Here's my theory right now for Todd and Bronwyn. I kind of think it was like a mix of like a Kelsey Camille situation with like a Jesse and Michelle from the Valley
Okay.
situation, where it was like, okay, Gwyneth's
Mhm.
graduated. Let's get Bronwyn set up with her reality TV career. But then we'll like divorce, we'll let it play out a
Yeah.
little on camera. We'll be in control of it. But then Todd realized I am a reality TV diva. I was born to be on camera. Let's let this
Let's see what
keep going for a
happens.
few seasons.
Yeah, let's see what happens. Yeah.
What if we have an open marriage?
I don't think
What if
he's
we
done a confessional though. Has Todd done a confessional?
I think not this season
I don't
because
think
he's
so.
like the lady doth protest too much.
He's
Like,
so
I don't like
gruff.
the
I don't
housewives,
like it
those
here.
girls. Yeah.
He's
And
very serious. His business is very serious.
and the fact that, oh my God, I can't believe this is how he is like Queen of the Divas. Bronwyn texted him and was like, oh, it looks like you've, been pretty busy on the plane. And that he texted back, oh, you want to go gossip about it with your friends like you were all weekend?
Yeah, that's
So
what they're
it's actually
really
your
good at
fault.
doing. It's like, okay, Slay, he ate that.
Bronwyn's like,
Todd
yes,
ate that.
sir.
He ate that like a cherry, like somebody else's cherry. He ate that.
I know, we gotta get him back in the mix. We really do.
Yeah, I need to see him go. Yeah, he should
I need to see him duck
do the
walk.
oh oh my god. He's so, can you imagine
Hottest
him
cunt.
voguing?
Yeah. I can imagine him walking, walking arms.
Mhm.
Love Todd. And so, yeah, I think the longer they draw this out, the better for everyone. And then we have this, Electra Greek Olympics
Oh,
storyline out of the wild
girl,
blue
yeah,
yonder.
no, it's so funny because it starts with Angie being like, "And the only one who can center me right now is my daughter Electra." And then Electra's like, they have a scene, they're talking about her horse riding, and, Angie wants her to be like, she wants her to represent Greece, and Electra's like, "I'm not Greek. I'm was born here, and you're forcing me to be Greek."
Yeah, I at first I was like, "Oh my God, why are we doing so much, like, Greek storyline stuff just to explain the trip to Greece? We don't need to explain the trip to Greece." But I actually think it kind of works because it's, like, so fucking random, and because we have Elektra being kind of the voice of us being like, "What the
What the
fuck,
fuck?
mom?
Yeah.
Stop
Why are we
making
always
Greek
doing
happen."
you're, like, always forcing Greek things on me. She's like, "The food, and you make me practice Greek, the language, and, like, you
Greek
make me go to
church.
church." It's like she's like, every teenager, like, "Mom, like, I don't wanna do this, and you're not cool, and you're too involved, but it's all about being Greek.
Greek.
And
I
then
know.
Angie's like, "But what about Pup Pup? He's Greek and, blah, blah." She just
Mhm.
keeps wanting, and then Angie tells her, like, "I think I wanna get a dual citizenship or something."
Mhm. And then
She
and
does
Electra's
not
like,
care.
like, I'm half Greek, but I'm also half like a horse person.
Yeah.
I think my horse girl half is like the half that I am. Grandpa was a horse person. His dad was a centaur. Like, I connect more to the
To
horse
the
side.
horses than, anything Greek. I
Yes.
don't get that feta near me.
But I do think the unspoken part that Angie doesn't wanna say on camera is like, "Well, you're not good enough to compete for the US in horse racing. Are
Exactly.
you out of your
So we
mind?
gotta,
Like,
like,
do
I don't think the
Greece."
Greeks are, like, doing that great,
Yeah, so
They're
it's
just,
like,
like,
why wouldn't you just
they just eat olives all day long.
but that's probably, like, the thrilling conclusion is that they go to
Mhm.
Greece
Will
and
she or
then
won't
Electra
she represent Greece?
in
I
the
don't
horse
even think that
Olympics.
she can,
Yeah, I mean, I think if she was born with but it's like, why
but
would she
she
be born with
wasn't.
dual citizenship when
She
just
Yeah,
her
because
mom is half Greek?
I don't think that Angie has dual citizenship, does she? Because
Yeah, she doesn't.
she
Yeah,
was born in the US. It's
in the
only her
US.
father who was, like, born in Greece, but he moved here. I'm not saying she's not Greek, she is Greek, but I'm
Well,
just
I mean,
like,
I guess it's like with Italy, actually,
I
I'm
don't know,
not sure
like,
what
the
the
laws to
citizenship
get dual
laws.
citizenship. It can
Stassi's kids they have dual citizenship with Italy because Beau
of
is half
Beau.
Italian. So the law she might have dual citizenship.
He has citizenship in Italy. He was born there.
Oh,
He
that's
still has
true.
that hot sister living in Italy that
No,
he has, like, a
he
crush
wasn't
on, and
born in
they have
Italy.
matching
Babe, don't
tattoos.
you remember that we went through all of his ancestry and birth records?
I thought
He
he was
wasn't
born in Italy.
No, no. Remember we pieced through all of
He
his
lived there. He
stories
lived in Italy.
for like 2 years when he was
He lived in
19.
Italy.
Not even not even a full year. He
Oh
like
my
after he was
I
already
thought it
an
was
adult, he
I
visited
don't
his dad.
remember now. I thought he was, like, I don't know why I thought he was,
No,
like,
it has birthright citizenship for your I do think that probably Electra is a citizen, and that's why we're, you know, getting this. That's why
well,
she could compete in Greek.
she doesn't have to go to Greece to train for the Olympics if she doesn't want to.
Yeah, it's
Although
up to
that is,
her.
like, the birthplace of the Olympics. Come on,
That's
Electra.
true,
Get it
yeah.
together.
But I
Iconic.
mean, all of this is clearly scene building for the purpose of the trip, and Electra
Mhm.
will also come and,
Yeah, she will represent her country well, whichever country she wants.
right, but not America because she's
Not
probably not good
America,
enough.
maybe not Greece, because she's, like, over it.
Yeah, maybe like Malta. Somewhere a small
Oh, I
country,
keep getting TikToks that I should be visiting Malta, but I'm like, I don't want to.
Yeah, fair.
Sorry.
Malta's Next Top Model is
I
so
don't
good.
know how
I'm gonna
you
make a
get
TikTok on it
there.
today. I don't really either.
I don't know, I'm going to Paris in, like, a month. I leave tomorrow
Oui, oui.
I leave a month from yesterday.
It's exciting.
Mhm.
Okay, let's finish this up. So, Heather waits for Lisa at the beignet place for a long time, good like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And then they sit down. Lisa is mad at
Oh,
Heather
no, okay, this is so funny though what Lisa said. She's like, "I wonder if they're as good as mine."
and Heather's like, "Oh right, you serve beignets at your club." I'm like, "Why would they serve beignets
What?
at a club?"
What club? Her weird club that sells her tequila? What is going on? I wonder if
Yeah,
they're
it's
as
like
good
I
as
can't imagine. Oh
mine.
yeah, let's sit down for a bottle service and a
And a
basket of beignets.
beignets. Yeah, the Salt Lake City treat. All of this just screams Salt Lake City.
And then Heather is saying like, "You guys tore at Brittany's skin, hair, clothes. You're like an angry
Mhm.
mob." Afterwards, she was like
Yeah.
a refugee trying to put
She
herself back
still has
together.
trauma in her body.
And then like Lisa is like just denying all of it. She's like, I was trying to calm her down. I'm not responsible for controlling her. And she's like, oh my God, I feel like I'm in Willy Wonka land and some
Ugh.
Oompa Loompas are gonna come out. Like I am like
Uh,
at least like am I gonna get some
Jesus,
chocolate for
chocolate?
all this? Or
Yeah,
something? It was so like Patty Harrison,
it was
her
so
delivery.
funny. I feel like I'm in Willy Wonka.
Willy Wonka's land. At least am I gonna want to get
She would be a
chocolate.
fun, like, if they ever do another reboot of Willy Wonka, I would like to see Lisa play him.
I th- I th- Come with
With
me
me,
and
and
you'll
we'll
see.
Is it raining? Is it pour? She'd be a good Willy Wonka to me. She's so goofy.
I think she'd be a good, like, one of the parents. Like, maybe like a Mike TV's parent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Um, and then, Mary and Meredith meet. Mary's, like, very alarmed by
Yeah.
Meredith's behavior.
Yeah.
She says, "Meredith, you were not in a good place. I've seen you
Right.
mad before, mad about your family, triggered. This was
This is
different."
different.
But Meredith, she's like Stone Cold Thomas, another ballroom term. And she's like, "What do you think happened?" And Mary's like, "Look, I was there. It went on for
A
a
while.
minute."
And Meredith's like, "You were asleep."
And Meredith's
Everybody
like
was asleep.
"It went on for 15 minutes." And Mary's like, "No, Meredith, no." And Meredith's like, "Well, I watched a movie." She's already, like, given herself,
Yeah,
like, a
she's
whole
like,
timeline.
I had dinner, I watched a movie, I watched 2 movies, I took a nap. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, "The flight is only so long." I'll give you maybe it was 30 minutes tops. And
Mhm.
Mary's like, "No, Meredith." And I'm like, This is like when we, get back to the, not having the footage, because it's like, I'm supposed to, in this scene, guess who is more time blind, Mary or Meredith?" And I'm
Mhm.
like, "Both."
How
I
did
mean,
nobody
I
even
don't
have their
believe
phone just being like, "How long has this been going on?" And
you're
did
all
anybody trying to
texting.
stop Meredith? I
Like,
don't
why don't you go
know.
back and look at the text and see, like, when the first text came, and then, like, when it's just like, whatever.
Mm-mm.
Um But, Mary says, "While I was sleeping, I woke up every time you were yelling." And, like, she's like, "And you were Meredith Marks. You care
Mhm.
about how you're projected. Take accountability and move on." And Meredith thinks that Whitney is manipulating Mary to tell this version of events. Mary thinks Meredith should apologize. May I posit a dark theory to elaborate on my slacker theory? Meredith
Yeah,
is a slacker.
yes.
Okay. So like Salt Lake City, it's like they're like the National Honor Society of Housewives. They're all like the straight A
Yeah,
students. They work so hard,
NHS.
NHS, and they like we've got the two slackers, kind of Meredith and Mary is like becoming not a slacker. She's becoming a workhorse. Like she's like checked in, she's delivering, she's had kind of a breakthrough, and now Meredith is the slacker. But I also think there's an element of what really makes it real is I think Mary's like, I opened up about my son's addiction.
Mhm.
You I now really think that is what's going on with you. And I really think that it's
Like, that
unfair.
Meredith has a problem.
Yeah, and I think it's real, or that at least what happened was
Do you think that's why they
substance.
didn't show it? Because it would have been just so obvious?
I really don't know.
But honestly, it wouldn't have been that because if she was, like, very intoxicated and, like, they would have, like, they literally stopped planes for that.
Yeah.
They landed the nearest airport and removed that passenger, and she does say that. She is like, "I wasn't
Yeah.
court-martialed."
So this is even darker, and this is really, like, I've been team, like, I don't think that
Team
Meredith's
Meredith
problem
does
is
pill
even
well,
drinking or alcoholism
I
or,
think
like,
she's on
pills.
pills,
Ah,
ketamine. Because even when he was like, "I don't know if she had too much alcohol, I don't know if she took too many sleeping pills." But I don't think it's a secret that, like, there's been a lot of footage of Meredith, like, slurring her words, and even, like, the most famous thing she's ever said on the show is, like, she's slurring. The room was
right.
nastiness.
Right. So then we get the, mid-season trailer, which this one's a little vaguer than the other trailer we saw. Obviously, we're gonna go to Greece, we're gonna go to Mary's church, that's what we focus on, but what I'm really excited about is the Brittany and Jared fights, where
Yeah,
he says, "I'm looking for someone stable," and she says, "This is why I always break up with you," and they're in the woods for some
yeah,
reason.
real stable.
I love it. God,
I
I love
love
it.
God, may that love never find me, but always be on my TV.
Yes, now that's the real Blair Witch we're gonna see. That's
Mhm.
the Blair Witch Project that I'm excited
Blair
about.
Switch Project.
All right, we love you guys. See you next
Don't
week.
do
Mwah.
ketamine.
Follow us, like us, subscribe.
Visit
Bye.
us at the Grapevine Bar.
Starting Tuesday, December 2nd. Bye.
Bye.